Thank you for your patience. Welcome to our 6th annual Poetry Cafe Night. I'm Kate Stewart, and along with Mary Munsell and Renee Klusnick, we are truly honored to have your children performing here tonight. They are really stepping out of their comfort zones to perform their original poetry, and then just to make it a slightly more intense challenge in front of 100 people. So thank you for being our audience tonight. Please remember to silence your cell phones so we don't startle our poets, and feel free to continue to help yourself to the refreshments. And I would like to welcome our first poet, Emmanuel.
My happy place. Into the deep dark woods, up the rugged pathway, under the pine trees, across the unsteady, rasping bridge, around the roaring bearish dam, through the sparkling grass, into the rusty, dull, worn-out apartment building, toward the filthy, malodorous steps, down the boring, never-ending hallway full of dim lights, into my warm and cozy perfumed house, to my quiet protected room where I never bothered.
Personification poem by Madeline Stone. I travel with you on almost any extraordinary, exciting expedition. I capture moments and hold memories and knowledge of your life. I am a librarian of stories and your precious photographic past. I see the world that you see through a lens, but I do not have an eye. As I blink, I shine a blinding flash to capture the moment. In one quick click, I hold a memory, like a butterfly net on its hunt to encircle the iridescent, delicate, and gentle creatures. What I produce has the power to catch people's breath, yet I do not touch them, for I am as sedentary as a leaf. Wherever I join you, I am shared with others to display the wonderful job I have done. Inside me, there are secrets and people, and change throughout the years. I am proof that you really did something, evidence of where you have gone. As I bore young kids into making their most frivolous faces, I know they will soon realize that they will be ushering their own kids into posing for me, and I will laugh to think that they too have experienced the utter dullness of ceasing activity to wait for the moment to be captured by yours truly. As new technology struggles to take my place, I sit on your dresser waiting for the priceless moment when you start ranting and raving about how you should have brought me to your daughter's dance recital and not your preferred mediocre iPhone. But alas, there comes a time when good things are replaced, but I still hold your past and intend to fight my way to capture your future. I am the eye that has a photographic memory, the eye that remembers.
Seeing Willow by Samantha Borsari. I see her everywhere, in the swaying willow tree out front, in the glowing light of the moon, in her energetic sister Autumn. People say cats are just animals, but Willow was more than that. She was my first pet, she was my first friend, she was always there. Willow always sprung to her feet at the slightest of sounds. She stayed with you if you felt sick, and purred so loud she could be heard from a mile away. Losing something is never easy. You want to have it back, but I knew she had to move on. In my heart, I never let her go. I will always have her in my memories. I can recall all the wonderful times with her. I still see her everywhere, in the swaying willow tree out front, as graceful as the branches in the wind, in the glowing moonlight with eyes shining brightly through the dark, in her sister Autumn, where she was just as curious. Just because someone or something is not on this planet does not mean they are truly gone. They will remember, and they will always remain in our hearts forever and always.
I am Eric. Oh, I'm supposed to grab this. I am Eric Farmer, and I did Sweet Surprise, Perspective of a Cat. I brought you a present, which you... let me start over. I have brought you a present which you weren't too happy to see. Forgive me, my part of the mouse was delicious. So much fun to play with, such good exercise, and was a generous gift left behind which you still aren't too happy to see. P.S. Refill the food bowl. It's empty.
Leap of Faith by Stephanie Crocker. I stand on the edge, my heart pounds, all time stops. I look down and see the water crashing into the jagged rocks below. My toes grip the edge, not wanting to leave that spot. I push all thoughts away, ready. My feet leave the cliff. I feel wind rushing past. I'm falling. My blood rushes through my veins like a derailed train about to collide. The waves are mad now, rushing at the rocks, unwilling to stop. I let go. The wind whips through my hair, my arms outstretched. I am flying, until I look down. I am near the bottom, the water uninviting. In a split second, I flail. Objects flash by, and then I land with a crash. The waves engulfed me. My arm smacks against the water. I am fully submerged. Adrenaline races through me. I am unstoppable. I am powerful. I am ready for anything. I rise above the water and take my first breath. I am a new person.
I did a love letter from a tic tac to a feather. So here's the tic tac to the feather. I help people, and you lift my heart. To me, we will make a perfect pair. I love you, you love me. You are soft to the touch, which makes me love you very much. You are soft as silk. When you go on dates, you don't get things that are too expensive. To me, you are the softness of God's voice in the fluffy clouds of heaven. My love for you makes me feel like I am younger than 11. If loving you means going that extra mile and saving you from that crocodile, I will. I help people, and you lift my heart. Even though I am small, let nothing put us apart. I love you.
Sunrise by Joy Lee. The night is retiring back to its daily rest, allowing the day to slowly come up and light up the dark sky. With bright, vivid splashes of contrasting warm and cold colors, the sun is finally climbing up from its bed, the horizon. Looking like a circle quietly ascending up onto its opposite, the crescent moon was once embedded in the midnight black. The phenomenal light show fades away, hiding the colors of pink, red, orange, leaving behind the light shade of sapphire. Several hours pass, and humans finally start to wake, unaware of the phenomenon that happened called sunrise.
This is an ode to mac and cheese by JFA. A little girl and her mother making her favorite snack, something she knew she could make. Laughing as they all gathered at the stove to start their adventure. Boiling things was a little hard since the little girl just wanted to touch the blazing, boiling stove. She steps on her stool so she could reach the bowl, and she helps stir the macaroni to get ready to strain. As her favorite part, the little girl puts the cheesy powder. Her mother helps her stir and she goes to sit down. As the family comes down to eat, they were craving for food. For the finishing touches, the mother puts her delicious hot dogs. As the family gathers around, they compliment how amazing the food was. Then they talk about their day and how it was going. As they watch a little TV and ask for some more, as the little girl said, our tummies are screaming for more yummies. And they all have a great time eating their golden noodles of heaven. The whole family is stuffed with love as the mother wraps the leftovers for the little girl's lunch.
Finally Spring by Christopher Collins. The warm air up against my face, I'm outside jogging at a steady pace, sick of being stuck inside the house, then I see an ugly little mouse. I say one last farewell, running past the church bell, as there is not one more glimpse of the snow's appearance. I see the farm where there is no harm, going forward and forward, thinking of winter and when I was on my snowboard. Thank God it's spring when I hear the birds sing, but really they're just chirping away at spring.
This is called Represent by Audrey Corcoran. I wish I could fly rather than having to run. I wish I could walk through the walls instead of being trapped inside of them. I wish I could jump from a 9-story tall building and have the road act as a trampoline. Nobody can put a limit on how much you can dream. Nobody can force you to stop doing something you feel passionate about. Nobody can change a person without the person changing themselves. One day, I will reach for the stars, even though I'm 10 million miles away from reaching one. One day, I will host a flash mob in the middle of Grand Central Station. One day, I will be the Queen of Narnia. I never thought I could be a single rose in a patch of tulips. I never thought, when life handed me lemons, I could make lemonade. I never thought I could be a pine tree and make maple syrup instead of sap. I never thought the fire alarm would go off during my poem. Don't be afraid to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Just remind yourself that not everyone is the same, and everyone on the earth has a different purpose for being here. So stop comparing yourself to others and just be yourself.
How to Be poem by Victoria Cannon. Pursue soccer on the field to feel active and athletic. Decompress through gymnastics. Unwind with a fantastic book in bed. Savor the taste of crisp, juicy bacon, gobbled with syrup-covered pancakes. Cringe at the thought of eating the banana antagonists. Imagine being a famous performer and actress on the stage. Wonder constantly where life will lead you. Stiffen at the touch of another person. Crave the smell of campfires and the roasted marshmallows. Relish the times you're at the beach. Gaze into the fluorescent sunset and wake at the shining sun around 9 a.m. Live by the light of family and friends. Rush to the biggest rides at the amusement park. Absorb the sun while running outside. Become the owl of the night and stay up late. Chill with friends and have fun. Accept that I will always be this way.
Jelly Bean poem by Madeline Gomartin. As I see the regular-sized red jelly bean get pulled out of the bag, I see little white words that say Jelly Belly. The smooth red jelly bean is a skipping stone ready to be thrown. It slips right down my throat like I slipped down the slide. Crack, I smell the fresh cherries just like when a jar of cherries gets opened. Pop, a burst of flavor into my mouth. Cherry, I think. It's like someone brought me an ice cream sundae with a fresh cherry on top. Biting into this cherry jelly bean is like the crackling of popcorn popping. Before swallowing, the jelly bean dances around in my mouth. The other half is a cheetah racing down my throat. The same burst of flavor, the flavor still lingers in my mouth. Then here comes my drink. Gulp, no more flavor.
I'm Isabel Williams, and I'm reading Sunlight Horses, a perspective of a horse. Sunlight shines as evening falls, I run with her even though my owner calls. I bound through the meadow, content that she's here. I know the whip is something later I shall fear. Right now I'm radiant, bursting with joy, like the first time I was ridden when I was a boy. She chases after me, trying to keep pace. I laugh to myself, she thinks it's a race. My hooves pound harder on the warm, soft ground. The feeling of freedom is something I found. She glances at me with her big brown eyes. I bray and swat at the surrounding flies. I curve inward, and our shoulders touch. My heart is pounding. I love her so much. Her breathing is ragged, so I slow to a walk. I look to the sky where I see a great hawk. I neigh with pleasure and watch his fast wings as it flies through the air. Great delight it brings. To think of something as free as the air, the joy of that is so very rare.
How to Be by Jameson Bellow. Dress formal every occasion you have. Munch on macaroons with your best friend. Adorn yourself with creepy clothes on Halloween. Presenting yourself like a fashionista is important. Display yourself with the cutest clothes in school. Run and look like you're having fun. Never eat fish, mayo, Brussels sprouts, and hot dogs. Lay by the pool and get a suntan. Listen to pop hits for days. Type hashtag every second you have. Play basketball with Dr. J as your inspiration. Clothe yourself with oversized t-shirts at bedtime. Love makeup and wear it like a professional. Spend all your money at once. Flip around on the grass. Throw your Rectus journal for fun. Hit a softball with power. Act like a comedian and make people laugh. Explore the world of Minecraft and love life within.
Okay. Almost. Is it working? Almost drowning. Splash, splash, splash. The four of us swimming in the ocean to cool down after a long summer walk. Relaxing, talking, floating, just being together. I could never guess how terrifying this would become. I was starting to get chilly. Goosebumps were growing on my arm. As I placed my feet down, they meant nothing but water. I yelped when I noticed the tide came in quicker than lightning. Sputtering, struggling, shivering, and swimming towards the shore. Tears were clouding my vision. My sister and cousin were panicking, and my dad was trying to stay calm. Just as I thought I was a goner, my cousin put her feet down and connected with sand. I felt a wave of relief wash over my body, and for the first time I allowed myself to breathe. I trekked across the ocean. As soon as I stepped in the dry sand, I ran to tell my family about this terrifying experience.
Cape Cod by Reinhold. The salty smell of the air, the slow rising sun, the gentle breeze of ocean grass, the golden sandbars, the sun-bleached wood, the sound of Bob Marley singing, the small waves splashing against the sand, the seagulls fighting the wind, the blazing sun setting over the water, the shining stars, the loud crack of fireworks all around as we sit watching from our deck at the best place in the world, Cape Cod.
Jessica might not be here. Softball players aren't here. She's a softball player. Okay. So Chris. Here's Chris.
Containment is not for me. We're not meant to be contained. We control our fate, whether it is to love or to hate. We have our choices as the greatest advantage, as well as our greatest disadvantage. We need to break free of the circle of common and make our own circle for our own life. We need not to be one of the many flowers contained to a pot, but a dandelion, free and contained by nothing. The only thing that stands between you and a goal is not the obstacles, but the attitude in which you face these challenges. The way you handle yourself in these high-stress situations shows who you really are, and these choices shape your life. Life is like a track meet where you must keep running, and jump the hurdles with confidence, even when you feel like quitting. Do not take a person saying that something is impossible as a reason to stop, but use this as a reason to continue and drive through to get to your desired path. The preset path in your life is smooth, yet monotony and bland. When you have traveled on your own path, you have truly lived. Go off the road and make your life full of things you want. Make your life full of things that you enjoy. Make your one chance to live one of the greatest. Have courage, determination, and you will enjoy your life. Never give up, even when the clouds hang low. Be what you want, and with some work, you shall receive the ultimate gift.
So, hello, I'm Allie Landolina, and this is my jelly bean poem. So, I stare down at the lonely blue bubbling oval in my bowl. I can't take my eyes off it. It was as if we were having an unofficial staring contest. It whispers hoarsely in my ear, "Eat me, eat me." I really shouldn't, I think to myself. But before I knew it, I found myself reaching into the glass bowl and touching the waxy coating of the very last jelly bean. I slowly bring the jelly bean to my lips and pop it into my mouth. Jelly bean is a professional dancer, swirling all around my mouth with such poise and grace. There is an explosion of flavor as the dancing jelly bean does pirouettes on my tongue and slides around my mouth as if it were on a toboggan ride. The sweet candy was like a hummingbird on a sugar high, flying around my mouth viciously. The waxing coating quickly dissolves into a pool of sugar that makes my taste buds sting. The sugar is a sour lemon that tricks me with its sweet scent, but soon makes me pucker up. My teeth grip into the gelatin gooey center of the shiny jelly bean. I chew slowly, trying to savor all the berry flavor that the candy provides. The candy soon becomes a flavorless piece of wax, like a candle that no longer satisfies me in the way that a sugary candy should. That was flavorful while it lasted, I think to myself. Maybe just one more.
Okay, I did an ode to one of my favorite foods, ramen noodles. So, by Grace Kuznick. They excitedly await for me in my pantry. The stringy goodness calls to me as I open the cup's salty treat. The noodles all prance around as I pour hot water and mix them satisfyingly. They collide and combine with the pre-cooked veggies. The veggies sing, sing, sing. As I swallow a couple of carrots and peas, loving this was way too easy. They sizzle and drip, one by one. They are devoured at the tip of my tongue. They say hold back from having another instant cup, but I know I can't possibly slurp enough. I have to beg and plead for them again. That cheap, unhealthy treasure is what I'll love until the end.
So I did my poem on my grandmother, and I said, "Grandma is what you can call love." Yeah, by me, David Cox. When she comes flip-flopping through the door, she shows tenderness, like the kindness of the rain when it wets all the plants of the desert, and we wake up refreshed like a river flowing with milk and honey. She perks up my grandpa like a kid when his attitude changes when he eats candy, then gets a sugar rush. All the darkness passed away, like a firefly losing its glow and then gaining its glow. When she uses vivid choice of language, she explains to us, like the bear teaching her cub what to do and what not to do, to be safe when they're on their own, like a teacher teaching her students, and we then know more and how to be safe in this dangerous world. 24/7, Grandma is love, and that we know she will love us forever and ever.
My poem is titled Look Down by Caitlin Sturgowski. Look down at your phones, look down at your friends, look down at your world, your life, and your stories. Keep texting your friends, your spine will keep healing. Don't worry, keep posting, your fingers don't need feeling. Don't sweat it, keep Snapchatting, your brain will just rot. Keep going, keep Skyping, your eyes will see dots. Don't mention it, keep liking, your arms will just melt off. Have fun using Kik, your throat will have to cough. Don't think about it. Keep tweeting. Your legs will get up and just walk away. Keep looking down at your phones. Be the shadow in everyone else's success. Keep looking down. Hide inside your shell forever. Keep looking down. Others will move on. Keep looking down. Shield yourself from having to socialize. Keep looking down. Soon enough, the ground will speak back. Keep looking down. Become the puzzle piece that is always lost. Keep looking down. Your 400 friends depend on you. Just keep looking down.
Before I say my poem, I just wanted to say that this is for everybody who has Tourette syndrome, not just me. My poem is called The Tourette's Life by Devin Stout. I wish people just knew that the giant was gentle, knew that there was beauty in the beast, knew that they mistake an angel for a devil. So they wouldn't look at us. It's as if we have 3 eyes or horns jutting out of our heads. They speak before they think. How would you feel if you had a monster inside you all the time? How do you think we feel when Granny hands you a tissue, when your siblings tell you to shut up, when the girl in church is wondering if you have the devil inside you, when you can't do your work, when people ask what the heck is wrong with you, when you hear people laughing, when that boy hits you to make you shut up, when the teacher yells at you and tries to make you stop, when the girls make fun of you, when people tell you you're worthless, when the entire room just turns around and stares at you, when people don't even let you touch them, when nobody stands up for you, when you see the girl you have a crush on just stare at you like you're a freak. Then you all wonder, why? Why did that kid shoot himself? Why did she jump off a bridge? Why did he hang himself? Why did she take an overdose? Oh, it was the family. It was the school. It was who they were hanging with. They were probably just sick. No, it could have been you, watching them being bullied, watching them cry for help when the monster was in control, looking at them as if they were an alien, commenting on their behavior, laughing at them, videotaping them and posting it on the internet, not being their friend, not hugging them or trying to make them feel calm. How can you speak up for yourself when you're like this? How can you talk? What if the only thing you needed was a loving touch? Not your mommy standing up for you. What if they needed you? Yes, you.
This is my ode to my camera, which is Fujifilm My Friend by Jade King. The cool, crisp air fills my lungs. It's winter. This doesn't matter to me. I snap another creative shot. The decaying leaves crumble at my feet. It's fall. This doesn't matter to me. There's a click that bounces off my camera. The arid air makes beads of sweat form on my face. It's summer. This doesn't matter to me. I catch the sun and flowers in harmony together. The rain creates a unique beat of music on my window. It's spring. This doesn't matter to me. I focus on the water droplets leaving the background bokeh. Together we capture unforgettable moments that our brain may forget. If one shot doesn't look the way I want it, I take another. It's like in life, when we make our mistakes, we try again. The world is only mine to explore. I hear my lens zooming out to catch a bird high in the towering trees. The lens cover dangles down and makes a faint ping against the side. My friends are my models that I can't exactly capture in the right way, My camera is my dog, and I'm its master.
My jelly bean poem, Repulsive Red, by Julie Codlier. Shining with its sickening, repulsive sweet coating like a ball of snot wrapped in sugar, gooey like relish and painted with blood. It sits on my plate, earnestly waiting to be consumed, though you couldn't make me swallow that repugnant ball of goo. Its atrocious aroma is artificial cherry, too sugary, too nectarous, too disgustingly sweet. The polished coating is slippery and smooth like the real fruit it's flavored from, but it's definitely not something I would want to eat. It's a still red rock as I leave it untouched, but it softly whispers, egging you on, saying, "Eat me, please eat me." My hand trembles as I reach for the icky red jelly bean. I pick it up and plop it in my mouth, and my face screws up in disgust. The syrupy sweetness is surpassingly sickening. Should I run? I'm about to throw up. When I chew the loathsome, vile object that has the shocking taste of perfect cherry, I know this will be the very last jelly bean that I ever eat in my lifetime. Bumps in the Night by Madison Latoni. What if all the bumps in the night were real and alive? What if when you feel like someone is watching, no one is there when you turn around, there was somebody? What if every creak you hear is somebody moving? What if when you wake up in the middle of the night, it's because someone or something breathed down your neck? What if the bumps in the night weren't really bumps, but something? All stories have reason behind them. What if villains or the monsters are based off things that make bumps in the night?
Okay, so my poem is the love letter from the remote control to the compass. So, the remote control to the compass by Olivia Sanford. Okay. In past relationships, I have always been in control. He would push my buttons just to get a reaction out of me. And as soon as I reacted, his mood changed dramatically, from happy to extremely angry to sad. But with you, everything is different. You always point me in the right direction. And if things start to go south, you turn me right around. Even though we are polar opposites, I can't help feeling attracted towards you. Whenever you touch me, I light up from the inside, and you can see how I glow. Even though I confuse many people, you understand me. And I can see right through your glassy eyes to your beautiful inside. And I know I can count on you to guide me to my fairy tale ending, and without you, I'd be lost forever.
Just in time,
Bad Decisions by Amber Burgo. If I walked down the sidewalk, by the river and the underpass, and chose to simply drop, I'd fall in more cigarette butts than grass. When I look down at my feet, I see two shoes, and when I look to the power lines, I see another pair too. Yes, vodka bottles litter the ground, but do you know what makes it worse? Most of the people who chose to pound them down didn't turn 21 first. I'm in a state of contemplation. Someone enlighten me on how these poisons got from the gas station into the hands of teens.
The Pitch by Chloe Gosselin. One girl is on each square white base, ready to take a lead. One more out and the game is over. The tying run on third base is ready to bolt home. The umpire yells 3-2 as the batter steps into the box. Two fingers are shot down by the catcher. signifying a change-up. As the pitcher's head nods, she takes a deep breath. Her right heel rests on the front of the white slab, and the left toe leans on the back of it. The grip on the ball changes inside the glove, disguised like Superman's secret identity. Arms swing back, then shoot forward as the left foot leaps forward. Arms swing like the windmill. The ball releases, slowly spins backward toward the plate, spiraling, circling, spinning. The batter catches on that the ball's speed is only a fraction of the normal. A crack is heard around the park. The ball rockets into center field, over the fielder's head, rocketing, reaching. Instantly, the legs of the fielder move back and forth, cleats pushing her forward, followed by a dive. As the beaming center fielder stands up, the ball is revealed inside the glove.
Okay, so this is There Will Always Be Something by Katie Kelly. You will always have a friend that will stick with you and stand up for everything you do no matter what happens. There will always be another family to welcome a stray dog into their home with open arms and warm hospitality. There will always be somebody to tell you that everything will be all right and everything happens for a reason. There will always be another candle to keep the light going, no matter how much darkness is surrounding you. There will always be another opportunity to do something you have always wanted, another chance to do anything. There will always be another opening door, showing you a whole new world. There will always be another trip to travel new places and take pictures that you have never imagined. There will always be another song to listen to that will make you feel better and lift you up. There will always be another book to read that you can't put down, even if it is 3 in the morning. There will always be another star to look at in the dark sky. There's so much in the world, so don't ever say that you have nothing.
Jess, just in time. The last one, the closer.
I called my poem Meaningful Person. I was asked to write a poem about a person who is meaningful to me. Meaningful. What does meaningful really mean? Is it the person who cooks and cleans for me, who tucks me in bed at night and wishes me a good night's sleep? No one does that for me. I cook, I clean, I tuck myself into bed and pray for no nightmares. Yet I'm not my own meaningful person. I wasn't able to decide a meaningful person. There was too many to choose from. Maybe that's an issue on my part. There's Stephanie, Colin, Alice, Emily, Tommy, Tina, Maureen, Chloe, and many more. Those names probably mean nothing to you. But to me, there's a long backstory to every single one of those people. A mother, a father, a friend, a lover, a coach, an aunt. They have helped me shape me into the person I am today, and that is what is truly meaningful.
This evening is always so special. Thank you to all of our poets for sharing your talents and giving us the gift of poetry tonight. We would also like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Mahoney, and our principal, Mrs. Bavaro Grande, for their support. We truly appreciate Sam Hall and Sam Susi taking the time from their busy high school lives to help us with the filming and editing. Also, many thanks goes out to the custodial staff as they help us to reinvent the high school commons into the cafe atmosphere you see here tonight. And finally, thank you to all of the families for your time and support and for being a part of this special event. We hope you've enjoyed the poems and the treats, and we look forward to seeing you again at another installment of the Poetry Cafe. Thank you.